Hi. So I've recently re-linked with an old friend of mine, a good old friend actually, and we started talking again, about life, work, family, and I asked him for a small circle of his that I thought by any chance they would still be hanging out together. And unfortunately, they're not anymore, which is pretty much understandable. This is life. But then when he opened up about it, he told me about how pride's got in the way of someone's apology. And then for a few seconds, we started talking about how things might have been different if that person just apologized. And at some point, I just couldn't relate anymore. Don't get me wrong, I've grown up apologizing. I've apologized at least 1,000 times to 1,000 different people. I think I've apologized for as much as I was sensible of the defects I've made in life. And I don't think an apology makes no less of a man nor less of a human. But what they don't tell you about apology is that most of the time someone's apology, it's mainly because of two reasons. You either feel bad about yourself that you hurt someone and you think this apology would make you feel less worse. Or you actually have hurt someone so bad that you think these apologies might help them sleep better or make them feel less worse. And it's not a one-way route. It's oftentimes a mix of these both feelings, but at the same time, it's not a 50-50 split. It's sometimes we tend towards one feeling than the other. I'm not going to tell you when to apologize because this is up to you, but I would tell you when not to apologize. And you certainly shouldn't apologize for the sole purpose of just feeling less worse about yourself. This is an actual rule. But I'll tell you exactly when not to apologize if the other person don't need it anymore. Especially if they don't care anymore or they've just moved on with their life. Because there's no point of apologizing at that point. It's not going to fix anything. Especially if they don't need it. It's not an apology anymore. It's just words, And if you are able to make a good closure out of it, I wouldn't mind. People actually underestimate the good closures, like العفو والعافية, like I'm sorry, this type. Even if it doesn't fix anything, it's gonna make you and the other person. If it makes you and the other person sleep better, then why not? But what they don't actually tell you is that I've told you earlier, I've apologized 1,000 times to 1,000 people. And a huge misconception about it is that apologies, saying that you're sorry, can actually fix relationships or can heal someone, because it doesn't. And before you actually go out apologizing to people, you should be sensible of the damage and hurt you do to people. Because I've apologized to many different people in my whole life, and when I think about it, it just doesn't fix anything. If you are able to relink with someone, it's not going to be solely to the apologies that you made, but maybe because you have ground rules deeply rooted that you can build from. But an apology is just not enough. I think that's it for today.